Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new series, AI Explained Like You're 5. This is the first video of the series, and today we'll be discussing the part 1 of the series is all about AI foundations. We've all been using AI since a couple of years now, so let's learn more about it. Let's build interest towards AI. Let's learn about it. Let's explore its concepts. So today it's a very basic beginner. The whole of the series is going to be beginner friendly. It's going to be no coding, no math, no programming language, all of that. This whole series is completely for beginners to build interest towards the subject, right? So, yeah, it's going to be extremely easy to understand, purely for beginners, from a student, for every student, right? Very practical to understand. This video is divided into two sections. The first part speaks about what is artificial intelligence, and the second part describes the types of artificial intelligence. Let's quickly begin. So, what actually is artificial intelligence? So, artificial intelligence is when we teach a computer to do things that normally need a human brain, like recognizing a face, understanding a sentence, or making a decision. We all can do this, right? We recognize faces. This is just example. We can understand sentences. You can understand what I'm speaking right now. You can make a decision. You made a decision to watch this video. All of the decisions which we are making, all of the things which we do in real life, we are training a computer in the sense, a machine in the sense, right? We're training it to behave like a human, to think like a human, to process like a human, basically like that. So what makes a system intelligent? Okay, what happens? It perceives. Like this some four things what's happening. It perceives, it takes in information, a photo, your voice, a line of text. Okay, the same way we use our eyes and ears. Suppose if someone is speaking something, first we see who is speaking, what are they speaking. The exact same thing even the machine also does. It perceives its surroundings, it perceives the information, a photo, a voice note, whatever it is. Then it learns from whatever it has taken as input. It learns. Okay, it looks at lots of examples and slowly gets better, like practice, but at enormous speed. If we have to learn something about something, we take a lot of time, months, maybe even years. But this does not work like that. If you have to make it, if the main, okay, for example, if the main goal is to make it understand how does a water bottle look, then you will show it multiple water bottles for kids, steel water bottles, copper water bottles, glass, multiple sizes, different decorations. You make it, you show it multiple images, multiple angles, such that it has now learned what is a water bottle. Just an example. Then it reasons, it weighs up the information it has and works out the most sensible response or answer. It acts. It does something useful with a decision, replies, sorts, predicts, recommends, or creates. This is again important. What is AI actually doing with the information? After it has done the information, it has to also produce something, right? Now you give it 10 images. In that, one of them is a water bottle, and you ask it to pick out a water bottle image. It'll be able to do it after it has learned what a water bottle looks like. It has reasoned out multiple images are there. It has to just sort it. It has to just pick one from that. So this all of this makes it intelligent. It makes the system intelligent. Simple loop on repeat thousands of times in a second, and all of this is happening. So when we give it an input, it can be a photo, a question, a sound. It thinks. The model finds a pattern and then gives an output. We will learn more about all of this pattern. All that we will learn in the upcoming videos. I mean, and then it gives an answer. Now, we all know we use AI, but you all think that AI is ChatGPT, Claude. I don't mean all of y'all, but generally when we think of AI, the first thing that comes in our brain is ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all of these. But actually, it's something more than that. Okay, suppose voice assistants. Hey Siri, okay Google, all of this, it understands speech and figures out what you're asking for. As soon as you say hey Siri or okay Google, it's a voice assistant which automatically turn on when you say those words, and then you proceed to say what you want and gives such accurate reply. Recommendations. Netflix, YouTube, Spotify quickly learns your taste. you've been listening to English songs, you've been listening to Hindi songs, Kannada songs, it's going to recommend you such artists. You're listening to sad songs, you're listening to romantic songs, it's going to recommend you such songs in such a level. YouTube, you always watch particular YouTubers videos, it's going to recommend you as soon as they post a new one. Similarly, Netflix, the kinds of movies you watch, you like to watch action movies, drama movies, comedy movies, it's going to recommend you more of it. Recommendations. Okay, so Netflix, YouTube and Spotify quickly learn your taste and predict what you want to watch next. Next, maps and navigation. It reads live traffic across a whole city and reroutes you before you even hit the jam. Right? You must have experienced it. It will automatically show you which way has more jam, so you can reroute, so that will prevent going in the jam. Right? So spam filters. Your inbox reads every email and silently sorts the junk from the genuine before you look. Face unlock. Your phone maps thousands of points on your face to confirm it's really you in a blink. You see, just hold the phone and unlocks. How is this happening? In a very short duration, it will analyze your face structure, eyes, nose, mouth, whatever, and it will immediately unlock. That's also AI. It's quite shocking, but it is. What we think AI is generally all of these chatbots, or the chatbot also is. Chat support. The chat with us bubble on a website is often answering a question with no human involved. Right? How do you think it immediately responds? Immediately so much text. How is it coming? Because it's done by AI itself. So AI isn't one futuristic robot. We think AI, if we think it's a robot, yes, it's not a futuristic robot. It's something which is happening right now. Dozens of quiet little systems, each trained to be very good at one particular job. This you have to remember. We'll discuss more about it in today's video itself in a while. There are different kinds of AI. Some multitasking which have not yet come. I'll come to that later. And some which are very good at one particular job. If you have a weather assistant AI, it's going to be very good at giving you weather assistance. You can't ask a weather assistant AI to give you a recipe how to cook. Similarly, self-driving car, it uses AI. I'll come more about that, in which its main duty is to self-drive. You cannot ask it to give weather directions. We can be enabled in that. You cannot ask it to cook. Just giving you examples, okay? So now what you can do is, next time an app surprises you with something oddly accurate, a suggestion, a caption, an auto reply, that's very likely a narrow AI model, quietly trained in millions of examples just like yours. So once you can spot AI in the wild, the ideas ahead, how it's built, trained and talked about, click into place a lot faster, because now you can understand, oh, this must have been trained with multiple data sets. It learns, it perceives, then reasons out, gives you output. The next topic is the difference between a traditional software and AI, artificial intelligence. What's the difference between these? So traditional software, think of it like a person writes exact rules in advance. If this happens, do that. The program only ever does exactly what it was told, nothing more. If the person asks you about this, reply this. Or else if the person asks you about this, do this. That's it. Suppose a calculator, a spreadsheet formula, a traffic light timer. Okay. Artificial intelligence, what it's doing, a system is shown thousands of examples. We don't give if this then do this, if this do this. No, it's fed thousands of examples and works out the pattern itself. We give it data, the processing, what it has to do with the understanding, the learning from the data, it does it by itself. Now it can handle new message situations no one explicitly coded for. Recognizing your voice, even with the code and background noise, it will recognize your voice. Example, it might sound too shocking to believe, but it is what it is, and we have to understand that it is existing. We have to get used to it. Okay. Now, narrow AI, weak AI, general AI, strong AI. Let's learn about this. You have to understand that narrow AI is equal to weak AI. Narrow AI is equals to weak AI. This kind of AI, you might think it's a weak AI, but actually it's very powerful. This AI is brilliant at one job only. Like suppose if you have an AI for chess, going to play chess extremely well. So one translation, spam sorting. All of this is not performed by one single AI. A separate AI for chess, a separate AI for translation, a separate AI for spam sorting. That's how. But if you give a spam sorting AI to play chess, it is clueless. It will not be able to do it. If you give a translation AI weather reports, it will not be able to do anything with that. This is every AI that exists today is a weak AI. Whatever you're seeing around, whatever kind of AI we discuss, all of that is weak AI. Now what about general AI and strong AI? Again, general AI is equal to strong AI. Weak AI is equal to narrow AI. Similarly, general AI is equal to strong AI. It is a hypothetical AI as of now, as flexible as a human. It is able to learn any task. It does not exist yet. It's still science fiction. Okay, it doesn't exist yet. It's like a human. It is able to understand human emotions. It has consciousness. All of that is kind of fictional as of now. Okay. Next, coming to generative AI. It is a separate heading, I can tell for now. We'll of course discuss this in upcoming videos, upcoming parts. This is just part 1. So it's AI that creates brand new content. It could be write a story, generate an image, generate a music, generate a code. Instead of just sorting or predicting, generative AI generates something new, right? That's generative AI. So that's what this is same as what we discussed here. Next, types of AI. We have come to section 2, types of AI. So there's mainly 4 types of AI. One is reactive machines, limited memory AI, theory of mind, and self-aware AI. Okay, let's start with reactive machines. This reacts only to what's happening right now, with zero memory of the past. Example, a chess computer picking its next move. Now, in reactive machines, what is it trying to say is, it's going to react only to what is happening in the present. It does not hold the previous memory. Previously this had happened, so now I'm going to act like this. No, it happens in live real time. The opponent suppose in a game of chess, the opponent puts one pawn in some particular position. It'll act according to that. That's chess AI. For example, I'm telling you, it's going to react in real time. It's not going to have any memory. That's reactive machines. Now coming to limited memory. This is holding zero memory of the past. Limited memory, it will hold memory for some amount of time, not permanently. Some looks back at recent past data to make better decisions. Nearly every modern AI, including self-driving cars and chatbots, lives here. Right? Self-driving cars. Now, how is it using self-driving cars? Suppose now it has learned the route path, so it has to remember when to turn. Where using cameras, it is sensing people are there, trees are here, behind what vehicles are coming. All of these, it remembers for some amount of time, so that it can make decisions based on that. Chatbots also, based on your previous responses, it has to reply. So it has to have a context in the whole chat. It is simply, you cannot forget what has happened before and move on. Correct? Suppose you're asking a chatbot about how to cook a particular dish. So it has to remember what dish you're expecting, what it has stored, then what doubt you have asked, how much water to add maybe. It has to remember the context. So that is also limited memory. It will remember, but for some amount of time. Next is theory of mind. This could understand that other people have their own beliefs, feelings, and intentions. Also, it is still theoretical. It's theoretical. Theory of mind is, it is understanding that people have their own beliefs, people have their own intentions, people have feelings. It's theory of mind. It's still under theoretical, not practical yet. Self-aware AI. This AI has its own consciousness and sense of self. Purely theoretical stuff of movies. All of that is self-aware AI. So these two are existing right now, and this is not yet. Okay, it's fiction. Now these two which we discussed. Remember previously we discussed weak AI and strong AI, or narrow AI and general AI. So these two will come under weak AI, or I will say it as narrow AI. And these two, which is theoretical, which is not existing yet, will come under strong AI or general AI, as we have discussed right in this section over here. The same thing I have mentioned here. Okay, so that's what we have discussed here. Narrow AI already exists. General AI, nobody has built this yet, despite what the headline says. Okay, so this is just a summary of what we've discussed right now. Artificial intelligence, this is machines doing things that normally need human thinking. General or strong AI, it's hypothetical. Human flexible AI doesn't exist yet. While narrow AI, great at exactly one task, every AI today. Then generative AI, AI that creates brand new text, images, sound, and many more things. Okay. Reactive machines reacts to right now only, no memory of the past. Limited memory AI uses recent past data to decide. Okay. Theory of mind will understand others' feelings and beliefs. Theoretical. Self-aware AI has its own consciousness, purely science fiction for now. Traditional software follows fixed human written rules, never learns on its own. While the intelligence loop, the artificial intelligence, it perceives, think, acts. The pattern behind every AI system is that only. So it will understand the artificial intelligence. What it will do? It will, we give it data sets, we give it multiple, we feed it with data sets. It's able to understand and make decisions on its own. So that was about today's first part, which is AI Foundation, where we have learned a couple of things. Hope you've made some use of it, and I hope I've done a good job as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one, where we'll be discussing AI versus machine learning versus deep learning and so much more. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.